Picture this. You're trying to move to a new place, state, city, and you're thinking, is that place good enough for you? Because you're good enough for anywhere, right? Is that place good enough for you? Today, we're going to talk about, is Wyoming a good place to live? Now, whether Wyoming is a good place to live largely depends on individual preferences and priorities. However, there are several factors that make Wyoming an appealing place for many people to live. Are those one of you? I want you to, number one, like this video, subscribe. We are so close to 5 subscribers, and I would love to have you along in our adventure here in Wyoming. And I want you to comment below, what is your favorite thing about Wyoming? And if you've never been here, comment you've never been here. Sweet. Number one, we got natural beauty. Nobody wants to live in a cat box, okay? That's what I call Arizona, all right? It's the cat box of America. When you go down there, you'll see they have no real landscaping. It's all rock. Reminds me of a cat box. Wyoming is renowned for its stunning natural landscapes, including majestic mountains, vast plains, pristine wildlife areas. Residents have easy access to outdoor recreation activities such as hiking, skiing, fishing, and wildlife viewing. So if you want to go somewhere in America that's not densely populated by tall buildings and a lot of pollution, Wyoming's the place for you. So that's one reason Wyoming is a good place to live. As I just mentioned, and a good segue, low population density, okay? Wyoming has one of the lowest population densities in the United States, which means less crowding and congestion compared to other urban areas. This can lead to a greater sense of space, tranquility, and connection with the nature, all right? Or, as I like to call it, you don't have to wait at a restaurant for 3 hours on a Friday night. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's the second thing of why Wyoming is a great place to live. All right, number 3. Now this one is really special here in Cheyenne. And I'm gonna tell you that in all the smaller cities in Wyoming, it's also a big hit there. And that is a strong sense of community. Right now, Cheyenne is a military town. Okay, we have an Air Force Base, Warren Air Force Base. Shout out if you're stationed there. We appreciate your service. But many Wyoming communities have a strong sense of community, with residents often knowing their neighbors and coming together for local events and celebrations. This can create a supportive and tight-knit environment for families and individuals. Now, what you don't see here a lot is a lot of crime because it is community-based, all right? I'm gonna tell you guys a quick story here. I saved a gentleman right outside of my house that was being attacked. Him and his dog were getting attacked by another dog, okay? And we went out and helped him. His dog doing good, followed up with him. His dog's doing good, but I got blood all over my car. And this gentleman has offered cash, take us to dinner, things like that. We don't need that. We're a sense of community here. I was helping a neighbor that was out in need, and you're gonna find that a lot right here in Wyoming. Strong sense of community. All right, low crime rates. This is another big one that you don't see a whole lot. And I have 2 theories why, and I'll share with you in just a moment. Wyoming generally has a lower crime rate compared to national averages, contributing to a sense of safety and security for residents. Now, I know some people in town that don't lock their doors. Never been broken into, never been stolen. I'm not gonna say names because they don't want them to. But they don't lock anything up, all right? They've never had a problem, okay? Now, a lot of our crime is a little theft and things like that, but you never see a big crime here. And I think the crime that you don't see the most here, that you're starting to see in a lot of more California, home invasions or home robberies, home burglaries, all right? And why people don't have that here in Wyoming is that most people I would say everyone on the block but one has a gun in their house, and you know what that means, okay? So I don't want to get in trouble on YouTube, but they're pro Second Amendment here. So that is my theory on why home burglaries are not really common here in Wyoming. So, low crime rate. That's another reason why. Now, who wants to go live in a lot of crime-infested places anyways? Nobody. I don't know what number, but next one, outdoor recreation activities. Now, it's a great day outside today, but it's windy. So sometimes in Wyoming, you don't get to enjoy your outdoor activities. But in the summertime, it's great. For outdoor enthusiasts, Wyoming is a paradise with access to national parks, forests, recreation areas, endless opportunities, ladies and gentlemen, of hiking, camping, hunting, fishing, skiing. We got a lake up here. Oh, and I just forgot the name of it. That's how it goes. There's a lake north of here that has some great boating in the summertime too. Maybe it'll come to me. Still not getting it, so we're just gonna move on. I think I was gonna say number 3 about 4 times. We'll just go 4 times 3, number 7, if we're there. Economic opportunities. Wyoming's economy is diverse with industries such as energy, agricultural, tourism, technology. Microsoft is moving into town, things like that. The state's low tax burden and business-friendly environment can make it an attractive place for entrepreneurs and businesses alike. We get this a lot. You're starting to see it in news outlets. People are starting to not do business in certain states, okay? Wyoming is still a business-friendly state. So continue to bring your business opportunities right here in Wyoming. And the last, but certainly not least, is Wyoming a good place to live? Yes, and it's because of the quality of life. Many people appreciate the relaxed feel and the relaxed pace of life to Wyoming, as well as the clean air, minimum traffic at restaurants on Friday nights, and scenic views. That this can contribute to the overall well-being and the quality of life right here in Wyoming. When you get made fun of, or people say, I've never been to Wyoming, you're missing out, all right? However, it's important to acknowledge that Wyoming may not be the ideal place to live for everyone, all right? We do have harsh winters, remote locations, limited cultural amenities, all right? In some areas, we lack diversity and potential drawbacks that some people may have to consider. So you always want to consider what's the best for you, not what's the best for everybody else around you. In today's society, it's a whole lot easier to go with the flow and go with the crowd than to know what's good for you. So make sure you always do that. Additionally, job opportunities. Sometimes we don't have all the jobs here. They can be limited in certain industries, and access to healthcare and other services may be more challenging in your more rural areas outside of Cheyenne. Ultimately, whether Wyoming is a good place to live depends on you, your individual preferences, lifestyle, and priorities. For those who value natural beauty, outdoor recreation, community, and a slower pace of life, and no state income tax, Wyoming can offer an exceptional living experience. So, check out Wyoming for your next place to live. As always, guys, if you like this video, check out my other video right here where I break down the 5 best places to live in Wyoming.